Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. This is Soul Trades. Today is Wednesday, June 24, 2026. This is trade of the day, and let's get straight to it. I caught 20 points on yesterday with just 5.75 points of risk, and let's go through the logic behind it, how you could have done the same, and how you could have anticipated the kind of day we have right now, and all of that. And before that, I upload everything on my Discord here, everything from my analysis to what I'm expecting to how will market react on that particular day. So if y'all are interested, let me know. But let's go through my analysis first. On the daily time frame, we're still holding the first standard deviation high of the VWAP, meaning price is just stalling around this area. Price retraced back to the first standard deviation high overnight and rejected from it. So just like yesterday, look for potential support. If you see sellers absorbed around this area with the delta flip, go longs. If aggressive sellers are strong enough to break this area with no buyers, follow through, take shorts. So what do I mean by that? Let's go through daily time frame, right? Let's get rid of all of this for a second, right? So this is the daily time frame. This is the yearly VWAP. That's the yearly VWAP. That's the yearly first standard deviation high, and that's the yearly first standard deviation low. We were back at yearly first standard deviation high yesterday, and we are still there. And overnight, price had gone there and kind of found support, as you can see right here, right? If I can zoom in, right? Price had found support. So my expectation were that if that is to hold, we can still be bullish because that is a dynamic support. And so that's what I mean. Right, so let's go back to Discord now. On the 7-hour time frame, we are slowly creeping towards the quarterly VWAP. It had been a support at 10th of June, and since we have failed auction above quarterly first standard deviation high, I would not be surprised if we are potentially heading back towards quarterly VWAP, meaning 7 hours in rotation, mean reversion right now. Again, what do I mean by that? Let's get rid of all of this. Actually, no, let's bring it back and let's go here, right? And let's get rid of all of that, right? So this is the 7-hour time frame. That is the 10th of June right here. Quarterly VWAP had been a support at 10th of June and price rallied higher, right? If we were to be bullish above first standard deviation high, that would act as a dynamic support, just like this, right? That would act as a dynamic support, just like here, just like here, just like here, right? But what does market do? Market, if I can find a box, this is the failed auction. Market tried to rally higher, but immediately gets bought back inside. And when we retrace, that act as a resistance. So 7-hour time frame is kind of in a rotation right now. So I would not be surprised if we go towards this level again to see if we can find potential support. So that's what I mean by that, right? That's what I mean by that. Now let's bring everything back up. Let's go back to Discord. And on the 2-hour time frame, we are way below monthly VWAP and finding balance around monthly first standard deviation low. It has been acting as a support since yesterday, as first standard deviation low is in same area as yearly first standard deviation high. Market has been accumulating for quite some time now here, as seen on volume profile. So if the accumulation is to break these resistance, look for aggressive sellers breaking this zone. But if the market is truly balanced here, then we'll just rotate between value area high and value area low. So look for absorption and delta flip around value area high and value area low. Again, what do I mean by that? Let's go through 2-hour time frame. Here, I'm not gonna remove anything. So let's see what's going on, right? This is a 2-hour time frame, right? That is the monthly VWAP. This blue line right here is the monthly first standard deviation low. I also have marked it here. Yearly first standard deviation high, monthly first standard deviation low, and weekly first standard deviation low. So in this general area, there is a lot of resistance basically, right? And market has been just accumulating here. As you can see, this is very balanced market, right? That is imbalance. This is balance. So if this balanced market, if this accumulation is sellers building up to break all these resistance towards previous day low and this quarterly VWAP, that's why I have possible target for the day right here, right? If this is sellers accumulating their position to go lower to break all these resistance, then look for aggressive seller initiation towards towards lower prices basically. But if not, if this is truly balanced, then look for delta flip and absorption around value area high to go higher or value area low to go lower. Make sense? Right? Pretty simple. Let's go back here. On the 30-minute time frame, we are also at the edge of weekly first standard deviation low. Market is balanced around this zone since yesterday. So look for absorption and delta flip around value area high and value area low for mean reversion or strong aggression if we are breaking to the one side. Again, what do I mean by that? Let's go to the 30-minute time frame. That's the volume profile right here. That black line is the value area high, value area low, market is balanced. This blue line right here is the first standard deviation low of the weekly VWAP, right? So if we were to break this, again, look for aggression and initiation. If we're truly in rotation, look for absorption and delta flip around value area high or value area low. Make sense? Makes sense. Let's go back to Discord. On the 5 minute time frame, both previous day high and previous low has not been taken. Since market is balanced right now, would not be surprised if previous day low is taken and market reverses as previous day low and value area low are in the same general area. Late order flow confirm whether it is a mean reversion or a breakout. Again, what I mean by that, let's go to 5 minute time frame right here. So previous day low is right here. Value area low is this black line, a yearly first standard deviation high, all of these are right here. So my idea was at open, if market comes down, take previous day low and reverses, I would not be surprised. But what does market do at open? Let's go to 1 minute time frame. What does market do at open? At market open, we pump higher towards where this black line. What is that black line? Value area high. If market is truly in rotation, I want to see absorption and delta flip around this area to target lower prices towards this previous low. This is of current session volume profile, this point of control, all of that good stuff, right? So since we're here, I was very interested on what market does right here. Now let's go back. Let's go to this thing. This is I don't really need TPO to be honest, so I'll get rid of that for now. I mean, you could use it for now. I don't really need it because my auction market theory is already explained by what I just explained. So overnight, as you can see at the time 719, 720 overnight, this is where most buyers were trapped. If I go here, right, you see all these buyers here, they were trying to push the market higher. Delta went all the way up to 333, but closed at 18, and then negative delta follow. So that is where most buyers were trapped. So I was expecting if market were to reverse here, that would need to hold as a potential resistance, and market opens at 830, right? So actually, let me bring all right, we're back. So once price reached this value area high over here, right? I was paying very attention to how price reacts, and as you can see, we have 312 delta in this candle, and immediately after that, we went all the way up to 174 delta, right? But we closed at 15 delta, and all of these buyers are trapped with candle closing right here, right? So that was my indication that okay, I should take this because everything is aligned right here. So I took it here, stopped right above value area high and right above these highs right here. And it's a good thing that I kept right above it because I almost got stopped out. And again, see price rotate backs, right? And to where does it rotate back? It rotates back all the way down to value area low of the current session, the lower is. And yeah, that's where I take my profit. So yeah, this is the trade of the day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in next video. Like, share, subscribe, whatever.